Monday morning. It's all relevant, irrelevant. It is 1:30 in the afternoon. But I just got up. No, I'm not being lazy. I'm back on the overnight shifts. It's my favorite time to get my crocheting done. I have 2 overnights a week for a while. No idea how long. Sadie enjoys the daytime company. I got a cherry eye. Dogs have 3 eyelids. It is very common for Italian Mastiffs to get overly energetic, and it causes a little bit of pressure in there and it bulges out. It does not hurt her. It is a very expensive surgery to have it tucked back in, and they put a stitch to tack it. Making it happen. Anyway, Inspirational Monday, motivation. I got no motivation to do anything. I feel like I've been doing. I have my overnight bag here that I pack with all of my entertainment for the night. Last night, Lara over at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming and Ellen have a collaboration going, and it's called a cake off, where you bake a cake. They've come across some yarn cakes that they both had in common and wanted to invite everybody to join and use these cakes. So I have 2 cakes that fit the yardage. You could put 2 cakes together. They got to be the same cakes. Universe Halloween from HOBBii. I don't know. Cindy and Robert over at Pups and Crochet sent me these. I won them a few years ago, and I've tried many different patterns, and it just, the stitch didn't work, or the color combination just wasn't very pleasing. I just couldn't figure out what did it want to be when it grew up. I've made several patterns over the years and have reclaimed the yarn on them, never completing a pattern, only making it, you know, a couple rows rounds in. I wear cardigans, I wear ponchos, but I don't do shawls very often. I have 2, my lacy pineapple shawl that I definitely enjoy wearing. I don't know. I want to make something that I'll definitely get to use and enjoy. I mean, here in California, it does not get cold, so I'm not bundling up ever. What is this fiber? Maybe that's part of the, well, it's 98% acrylic and 2% polyester. Polyester probably has to be that super shimmery thread that's running through it. I've used 1 cake. I used a whole cake last night. And then I got this cake. I used a whole cake, which is 505 yards. In my mind, I thought it was 550. Oh, that stinks. I think the requirement for the yardage is 1,100 yards, and I was thinking if it was 550 and I had 2 of them, if math serves me correctly, which it never has, that I would have just enough to squeak in at the finish line. I'm gonna have to go and watch the requirement videos again. I might just be making this for fun. It might not have anything to do with a bake-off, cake-off. Man. Well, see, this yarn is just tricky the whole way through. Anyway, I made The last one I was gonna make, the yarn is not soft. It's not soft at all. It's it's bitey, it's toothy, it's very woolly. It sticks to itself with this like felting kind of. And the shimmer that runs through it is, it's got a little itch to it. So I want a very, very plain stitch. Basic, there's no stitch definition. The color is the pop, is the design, is just this color that it's working through. So I just need a basic plain Jane, nothing fancy stitch. Found one on the HOBBii website. If you put in universal yarn, universal is a type of yarn they have all the time. Just the Halloween was the exclusive part. They have a pattern for, it's a V-stitch, very granny-esque poncho that's just made in one huge rectangle, and then you attach for the sleeves and you do a very short 10-row body piece, and it's just a topper to a dress, or I have a jumper that I don't wear because it's a little awkward on the body to have, if you don't, I have a very long body. It's kind of awkward, but I think actually it's a dark gray and it's a t-shirt material. It's extremely comfortable. It just doesn't look very flattering on me. And I was thinking if I made the poncho top to go on it, on the top of it, yeah, I could jazz it up. So now I'm working on the top. There's the neck. There's an armhole. There's an armhole. They're not armholes yet. They're going to be very drapey armholes, which would be perfect because the jumper that I have is spaghetti straps. Tube top, unfunctional spaghetti straps. And then it's a little bit billowy. And then there's the waistline. And then just the straight t-shirt material legs on it. So there's no form. That's why I like it. It's so comfortable. There's no structure to the garment. I don't want structure to the garment. Man, it's flowy, it's comfortable, and I think I've got more than enough. The pattern said that I would need 3 for my size. It's a dark gray, a heathered black, a washed black. And I think these colors would go amazing with it, but it would add a pop of color or Halloween aspect to it. Long legs. What was I getting at? Oh, so the pattern says that for my size that I would need 3 cakes of this stuff. You don't have 3 cakes of this stuff, but I'm working a slightly larger hook, and I think my body shape is actually changing quite a bit because I'm just going to work it as I go. I'm using their general instructions and pattern. Excellent written pattern. It's a new to me young lady. I'll post the pattern in the description box below. I'm already up to just about where I want the sleeves to be, and I just put this cake on. So it's meant to be oversized. It will be oversized. It'll look good. Anyway, I'm back on track in the bakery department. I'm back on track, and I'm making progress because I did most of this last night and an overnight, and I have 2 overnights a week. This is due August, September, mid-end September. Man, you know what? I need to write down these details to make sure that I'm on time and my specifications are following. I might just be doing this for fun now. It's a good thing we sat and talked. I'm using my fancy hooked, my Hooked on Wishing Crochet, my summer watermelon hook. Love this. I like that shape for a hook. And last night, while I was endlessly browsing on the interweb, on Etsy, I came across a girl who does resin hooks. She does the type of hook that I like. and it's a resin hook. It's round on the back side of it. On the bottom side is round, and this side is flat. I think that's what I'm liking, is that when I hold my hand, it's round. When I hold my hand, it's round naturally, and then that thumb space is flat. That's comfy. And they're very fair priced. Here's a picture. Ghosts. Heck yeah. And the size hook that I need, so I go through my hooks, and then I have custom hooks, one or maybe sometimes two for each size. The one that I want is a 3.5 for my next project coming up. For Amanda over at Tap Mama in the Bake Brigade, has me making her a beautiful dress. I've got my yarn all wound up to get started. I've printed off my pattern. I've highlighted all my size requirements. And so I was thinking, if I order that hook, it'll be my Amanda hook. It's just a Halloween 3.5, but the actual hook part, that's what I was getting at, is like a pinky purple color, and then the glitter in those little ghosties. I think it would be cute. And the lady doesn't live too far from me, so I think I'm gonna order it. Of course, I'll share it with you when it gets here. What else did I do? I was browsing around on Etsy for tools of the trade. I worked on that. It's a V-stitch, but it just looks like a very minimal, lacy granny. I got nice strong coffee. Nola works at Starbucks, and she brought home her free pound of coffee for this month. And she brought home a very light blend. It doesn't have that strong coffee punch flavor part, but it definitely has the caffeine part. Light coffees have more caffeine than dark roast coffees. Oh, so I brought a couple magazines with me last night, because sometimes my hands, when I crochet for, my overnight shifts are for 9-10 hours. And when I crochet for a certain amount of hours at a time, I need to take a break in the crocheting to do something different. And that's, that's scrolling or flipping. So I did some flipping, and I came across, so remember the magic crochets? I got a whole bunch of these decorative crochets. I got a whole bunch of these magazines at one point or another. I think it was Facebook Marketplace. I'm gonna put the hook back in the bag so I don't lose it. So I was flipping through these, trying to pick some to take with me, and I found two from August 1988. I was flipping through here, and I tagged, I won't bore you with the whole pattern, with the whole book. I found this cute little dress. Isn't that cute? Oh man, it's adorable. It's just those endless rows of the double crochets just do me in. Now, if I was making like a small or a medium motivation to exercise, huh? Eat right and exercise. This is a very old pattern. I'm gonna show it to you anyway. These are the motifs. I know it looks very intimidating, but you know what? We are fully capable of doing this. You just start in the middle. Start in the middle with the chaining. Each one of those little symbols is just an instruction to tell you what to do. And you're doing it ×4. So simple. If this was written out, which it is also written out if you do better in wordage, it really truly is, they're makeable. If you love it and it's something that you really want to wear, following these instructions will not be hard. For this dress, the stitches you will use: a chain, you can do that. A slip stitch, come on, you've been doing the slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, and a triple. Triple is a double crochet, one extra loop around, you're pulling off 2 more. That's it. And you're really only doing those in the motif. The bulk of this dress is what, half double or double? Let's see. Skirt front and back. Work double crochets. They're double crochets in rounds. The whole skirt front and back is like one paragraph. You're just repeating the same thing. That's the hard part. The hard part is dedicating yourself to all of this yardage that it takes to do the different sizes. Fingering weight boucle type yarn in powder blue, 50 grams or 1 3/4 ounce balls. And to make, what size is she making? She's making a size 10. Just go ahead and double that. She says you need 10, 11, or 12 balls. Oh, so the sizing, small would be a 10, medium would be 11 to 12 balls. And you're using a steel crochet hook, size 2. Little blue dress. Make it any color you want. That could be your little green dress. So that was a cute pattern that was in this one. What year was that one? Oh yeah, August 88. And then, sorry, all of our farmers around are turning up their garlic. It is garlic harvest season. And I don't know if way back in my ancestry.com that there were actual vampires in my history or something, because the dirt and dust from garlic season just gets me worked up. Our air's got so much dirt because there's so many fields all the way around us harvesting. Let's see. Decorative Crochet is from Canada. And this one wasn't put out monthly. It was put out seasonally. And they don't really ever put a year on it. But I did mark 2 pages in this book that I really wanted to show you. So this one was called Winged Lion. And it is a filet crochet project. Look at that. How intense is that? That is a fashion statement piece, right? In modern day, if the kids brought their friends home and they go home and they tell their parents, so, oh, how was the Hooked on Wishing Crochet family? Oh, they're great, but they have mythical creatures hanging in their windows to ward off the garlic. It's called a winged lion, and here's the pattern for it. Isn't that incredible? Can you imagine if you had 2 front windows or a kitchen window, or somehow you could do like 2 valances across the top and then have your mythical lion? He's intense. I'm working on that Christmas present for my husband. The wear it out, make do, do without. And it's a shorter, it's a shorter pattern too. And it's taken me a while to finish, but I'm not tucking this magazine away. I'm gonna put this one over by my whip cart. I don't know, it's just calling to me. I don't think it's a waste of time. I have tons of crochet thread. That is maybe one of those big balls from Hobby Lobby. The $4.99 ones, and that's it. And I'm getting better at working the filet crochet. I'm getting a lot better at reading them and moving along quicker. I like that one. So I marked that page to share with you. Oh, and then, okay, so as crocheters, we like to crochet, and decorating from crochet doesn't seem out of the norm, right? Okay, so I was flipping through this magazine and I found a lampshade. What? You know, like on the coffee tables when it's just a simple little lampshade. I see these at thrift stores, the lampshade, not the lampshade cover. I see the lampshade at thrift stores all the time, and they're dusty, they're dirty. I'm not sure how we would clean that. But even if you took the fabric off of it and used that metal frame, and crocheted over it. I know that's one of those intimidating patterns. It doesn't have to be intimidating. This is not all something that you shove in your mouth and digest in one bite. No. Way down here in the middle, this very, very centerpiece right here is your chain. You're chaining this many, you're putting this many double crochets in. We're talking amigurumi here. You do another one. There's some chain stitches between some double crochets working all the way around. This, by the time you get to the, what is this? 1, 2, 3. By the time you get to the 4th row, there's minimal amount of double crochets with chaining in between. Bite-sized pieces. This is doable. And if that's hard to see, sometimes they broke the pattern down. So now they're only giving you a quarter of it at a time. But by the time you get to here, you're repeating this section 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and you're coming around to your complete circle. That's incredible. It really, really, truly is. And by the time you're getting to here, all this little bit, this is chain 3, slip into the top of the previous row. Chain 3, slip into the previous row. This is how garments and dresses and stuff start, you know, getting some inches on them. Very doable. See right in here where this little chainmail part is? That's just chaining 3, slip stitching into the previous row, chaining 3, and then you're just building off of those. Bite-sized pieces. It's not bad. Not at all. What are all the stitches used? Let's see. Materials, cotton crochet thread, gauge. It doesn't even say, I'm sure it says. I don't see where it says exactly what stitches to use. Chains, single crochet, double crochet, and then a cluster. A cluster is 10 triple crochets together. I know. It's a double crochet, 1 extra loop. You leave the last loop on, and then you start the next. Last loop on, last loop on, last loop on, and then your whole crochet hook is filled with what would be 11 loops. 1 from the previous and 10 for your puffs. Just a popcorn puff. You slip over and you pull through all those really nice and slow, pinching as you go. I don't know how many times I've made a cluster and have lost my cluster and started over. That's okay. And it's really only used down here in the bottom piece, which gives it very nice texture, doesn't it? I love how it hangs down lower like a lantern. That's beautiful. So I marked that one to share with you. Look at that. Oh, isn't it pretty? Yeah, that's gorgeous. Fashions are coming back around. Butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. And the last thing that I found. In my bathroom, in the master bedroom, master closet for a bedroom. I only feel like it's small because I got it filled with yarn. I don't have any theme for my bathroom. The kids' bathroom have all the seashells and sand castles, and then on the walls the artwork is like games. Above the toilet I have this huge wooden tic-tac-toe board, and you put the toilet paper rolls as your O's, and then there's some wooden X's, crosses that go in there. And then there's like a word search picture in there, and a word search. Oh, and then there's a maze. It says, forget your phone, and then a question mark, and there's like words that, a maze that you could do with your eyes in the bathroom. So there really isn't a theme. It's fun. In my bathroom, it's get in there, take a shower, take care of business, and get out. I don't really have any decorative colors or anything like that. But I have one window that's back there. And when we first moved in, it's clear glass and it faces the neighbor's house. I know they're not nosy, but it just felt really weird having a window it's a bit overhead lip. I don't know, it's just weird. So I put that frosted stuff on it, and I went and bought a tension rod and I put it in the windowsill. But then I realized with the frosted glass on there that I didn't really need to hang a curtain or anything, and I couldn't think of a pattern or a theme for that room, for a design, you know, design theme. But last night, when I was going through Crochet Magic, they have Art Deco window treatments. And when was this? Oh yeah, August 1997. Very good year. I tried to grab the August ones out of this stack down here, a couple of the August, since we're in August right now. I found something cool that I really, really want in the bathroom, and I think the measurements are perfect. If it's a little on the short side, I could add a very, very simple border around it. What do you think? Do you like it? I could do any color. I probably wouldn't do white in the bathroom because, I mean, the bathroom is white. I do need to add some sort of pop of color in there. I was, I don't know what theme I want in there. And we've lived here for 5-6 years, and I've never done much with that room. I don't know. Everybody always just like, it's a bathroom water theme, but I like these daisies. It's called Exotic Blooms. Each curtain panel is 20 inches wide, which it's a smaller window. And it's 27.5 inches long, which is perfect. I think that is I'll go look, but I'm pretty sure that's the exact size of the window. They used crochet cotton, size 30. I got tons of that. A white, and they use about 2,700 yards per panel. I only need one panel, because then it would get all bunched up and you wouldn't be able to see. I only need one panel. Gauge. They even put in capital letters. To save time, take time to check gauge. Like in all capital letters. How funny is that? Magic crochet. There's no magic in testing gauge. So it says there are 105 rows. The scallops at the very bottom are worked separately in back and forth rows. Attach and fashion off thread as per white and black wedges. Yeah, ready? Ready to see it? Isn't that awesome? So this is just a chart graph. This could be done, this could be applied so many different ways. They've done the math, they've done the work. Honestly, now that I'm looking at it, you know how they do like the corner to corners with the 2 different tones, or they do, oh wow. Just looking at it, you know, in the camera from your point of view, I see so much potential with that pattern design. I really like it. And now that I'm looking at it, it just says exotic blooms. Those could be any sort of flowers. I just love how they're facing up. I like how you have like this nice little sky element. I like how this reminds me of the moon phases a little bit. It's very simple, but yet there's not a whole lot of blank spaces. When I'm working the filet crochet and they have like blank and just one little image in the middle of it, man, that becomes some tedious square counting. I just really, really like this. I can even see it. You know how they do the beaded doorway curtains? All right, I don't, my husband would go crazy if he had to part beaded curtains when he went in and out of a room. But yeah, I mean, this chart could be used so many different ways. I just really love that pattern. Bathroom curtain in filet crochet. Or now that I know I'm not a blanket person, but this would only be 2 tones, 2 shades. You could do more shades. Oh, Amy. I got the creative juices flowing, right? And that's really what these magazines are all about. You don't have to do exactly what they're telling you to do, although what they're telling me to do turns out beautifully. I like how simple it is in one color. I do like that. I'm gonna ponder on it for a while. I'm not gonna put this one away either. These two, where'd that winged lion go? Oh man. I got a theme going on. I need to move to a majestic castle and cover all my lamps in crochet and have my windows with talisman to ward off bad luck. I think I got a vibe going on. Look at me. Whoops. Look at me. I'm a medieval castle living over here in vampire garlic world. All right. That was a long overnight. I'm gonna finish up my coffee. And I got stuff to do today. So I also jumped on Amazon and I ordered an extension cord. Since my bag is right here, I'm a hot person. I'm very hot natured. So I keep my little portable, very lightweight, very cheap little fan. I ordered this off of Amazon quite a few years ago. And I use it for my overnight shifts because old people pump on the heaters at night. I'm sitting there working with my yarn, sweating. So I ordered an extension cord because old people also fill up their wall plugs. So I ordered an extension cord with the little USB, and then for my phone I use a USB-C. So I just wanted something just to plug those two in without carrying around like the blocks, the charging blocks. So I just wanted to plug these nice and simple. I just wanted a simple little setup. The one that came on Amazon, they said that it would be here the next day, which was perfect. Right in time for my overnight shift last night. And the thing that came was this huge, bulky extension cord that looked like an appliance, a thick cord. It was 10 foot long. The block on it was huge wand looking. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I was going for. So I got, thankfully, Amazon is so easy to return things. I returned it and I ordered a travel USB. It said travel, it said light. I even checked the weight on it, and it's just a little cube where you can plug just a couple of those in there, the two different styles I need, and it's a 10-foot extension cord. So I don't like running cords through people's houses, but if I'm sitting on the couch by a lamp, I need just a little something that'll reach. And it looks lightweight, and I can keep it in my overnight bag, and just, I like to be compact and quickly movable. Amazon's so easy to return things. So got my overnight bag, got my project going. I'm gonna repack. I think I'll work on that project while I sit here for a little while and enjoy my coffee. I really, really want to get it done. I've got all my yarn wound up for the dress project I'm working on next. I'm excited for that. I'm gonna order that hook. I know I have hooks, and hooks don't wear out, and you could use hooks for multiple projects, but 'tis the season to get a new hook. Yeah. I'm really enjoying the HOBBii Halloween haunted houses. Oh, they're so cute. All the little critters. So HOBBii's has Hello Kitty, and there's a kit with a Halloween Hello Kitty. She's so adorable. I don't need it. I know the HOBBii kits cost quite a bit, and I'm just buying them to collect the hooks. And I'm making the project too. I just bought that one, that bat one. Oh, I do have a bat Halloween hook. Halloween's my favorite holiday. Not for the spookiness, not for all the mischievous. Halloween's my favorite because it's the one time of year where you can tell a young imagination that they can be absolutely anything that they want to be. Doesn't have to make sense, doesn't have to be realistic, doesn't have to be nothing, no rules. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be? Where do you want to go? There's no limits to any of this. The thing is, the family's going to sit around and craft and create and make that dream come true. Oh, come on. Playing on the heartstrings. What other holiday do you get everyone together every evening because, we're running out of time. We gotta get this macrame or this paint or this paper mache or this felt. We gotta get it cut. We gotta get it on the project. As my kids get older, mostly Nola right now. Lily will come around to it. But they don't grow out of that crafty time, out of that creativeness. Ryan's at that stage where it's not really cool right now, unless it's super scary. So I got to get him on board with some super scary costumes so we can make it. Last year I made that, the anglerfish. I made the anglerfish costume and nobody was really into it. My husband thought it was cool, but he wasn't going to wear it. I'm just going to set it out as decoration. It's neat. I made it. What are you going to be for Halloween? You going to dress up? Do you get any trick-or-treaters? We used to live on a hill, halfway up, halfway down, and the kids would not hike up for a piece of candy and they would not hike down and then have to hike back up for a piece of candy. So we didn't get any trick-or-treaters in all the 20-something years that I lived there. Maybe one or two. And they were always just neighborhood kids that were living there. Here, we live in a flat urban neighborhood. And I should be handing out garlic. We get so many trick-or-treaters. It's so fun all the way around. We have some big farms down the street that do like the haunted houses. Oh, it's exciting. Well, I better let you go. Let you go ahead and start your Monday. Where are we? Oh my goodness. It's late afternoon. So what? I'm on my own time schedule. I do my own thing. I'm gonna sit and crochet for a little bit, enjoy my coffee, and do nothing. Sometimes I just want to do nothing. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for visiting with me. I truly enjoy spending time with you. Bye.